Hi, I'm Brandon. I love Hallmark Christmas movies. Hashtag.
Whoa. I'm Brian.
Did someone throw something at you?
Yeah, the duck. He threw a hashtag at me.
Oh, wow.
Uh-oh, are you going to catch it?
Let's see here. I'm Brian, and I like Hallmark Christmas movies. Hashtag.
I'm Dan, and I hashtag despise Hallmark Christmas movies, and this is the
Deck the Hallmark Podcast. Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast.
Brandon and friends host this podcast.
We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Oh my gosh, what a good week it's been.
Oh, yeah.
And what a good week it'll continue to be. Am I right, boys?
You are. Yeah, what a marathon this is, Brandon. We're here at Friday already.
Can I tell you this? Can I tell you this much? I'm having an absolute blast.
How's the second day in December treating you?
Yeah. So far, so good.
It just hit you, you know?
It's good to be here.
You know what? You know what?
Have you gone down to the ice skating rink?
Yeah,
that Greenville.
Today's a big day because it's double feature Deck the Hallmark Day.
Double feature
Two
Deck the
episodes,
Hallmark
one
Day.
day, because you got to fit them all in somehow.
Have we announced what tomorrow is for Deck the Hallmark? December 3rd.
What do you mean?
What we're going to be doing.
What are we going to be
possibly,
doing?
in our hometown.
No, we haven't.
Do you want to break that now, or do you want to break it early in the week?
Well, I imagine.
Should probably just remind people now.
Well, we've definitely posted about it on social media, but I don't know if we've talked about it this week. I can't remember. It's all.
Yeah, it's a
we're gonna be judging the Greenville Christmas parade.
I'm calling us Grand Marshals.
We're
Even
Grand
though
Marshals,
not.
and fingers crossed, we're going to be live streaming the whole thing,
right.
commentating it. You thought that the Macy's Thanksgiving parade was good.
Yeah.
Wait until you see
Just wait
us
till you hear,
bringing the hard-hitting commentary on what's
Yes.
the car dealership guy?
Jay Agruva.
What Jay Gilstrap?
Gilstrap.
Wait till you see the Gilstrap float and what we
Listen.
say about that.
Oh man, we're gonna have so many thoughts.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
If
I
you
believe.
ever wanted to watch a live stream of a local small town Christmas parade,
Yeah.
we've been asked to do that.
We've been asked to do it.
We're gonna do it.
Hashtag dreams come true.
Hashtag
that
dreams
Greenville.
do come true. That's exactly right.
They asked us to do it last year. We had to go to the old Kelly Clarkson, so we're making up.
And we're on Good Morning America tomorrow.
No. Good Morning America. That's December. Oh, we might be.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, maybe. There's a maybe for that. Let's go a hard maybe.
Find out
Saturday
tomorrow.
morning. Tune in.
Watch Saturday
Tune in
morning.
between 8 and 9 tomorrow morning and see what happens.
Tomorrow's going to be a big day is what
Big
we're saying.
day.
Potentially
Big
Good Morning
Saturday.
America and potentially live streaming your Christmas parade, assuming the tech works out.
Yep.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
When's that Avatar coming out?
When's that Avatar
sequel.
Avatar comes out later
It's
this
a
month.
water boy.
Yeah, it's a water boy.
It's a water boy.
It's Avatar
It's the second
underwater.
one, and they're underwater.
Yes.
Come on, man. You can't get
Waterworld?
excited about a water boy.
I
movie?
actually have not seen Avatar all
You've
the way
not
through.
seen the greatest movie of all time.
I have.
Same.
I've tried multiple times and have
Neither
fallen
of you have
asleep
seen the
multiple times.
Avatar, huh?
No.
Wow.
No. Sounds like
I
you
knew
like
guys
it,
were
right?
terrible.
Yeah,
big Avatar fan.
It's
They're
long.
blue.
It's long, right?
I've heard that much.
Yeah.
It's long, right?
Oh yeah. That's
What's
an
the
epic.
thing? What's the thing about them? They touch with tails. Is that
Horns? I don't know. I think maybe tails.
wasn't
Could
that?
be.
I don't think it's
very
horn.
You're a
important.
big fan.
But that's like that was the whole thing. Is that's how they love each other is through tails.
Heads or
that
tails.
One or the other.
Flip a coin, right?
Flip a coin. on it.
Avatar 2 underwater is what you're saying.
They're underwater for the
Now,
whole movie.
my wife is a huge Avatar fan.
Oh
I
yeah.
thought you were going
Yeah.
to say underwater fan.
Rick, you can go away. I'm actually done talking to you.
We're all set.
I try to not talk to you about my wife whenever possible because I don't want to punch you. But my wife's a huge Avatar fan, and it comes out.
How have you never seen it and she's a huge fan?
I know. She keeps telling me to watch it. We tried to watch it like this year, and I fell asleep again. So
Here's the thing about Avatar is I'm not a huge fan of the movie, but when I saw it in 3D in the theater, it was a mesmerizing. Like the first 40 minutes, I just was like, I felt like I was a kid. Like I was just like, almost like it's stuff.
So
is
this
all
one's
around
coming out
you.
in 3D too. Do we
Yeah.
need to see it in 3D?
Yeah. Oh, well,
Sounds
I
like
definitely will.
I
Like,
hate 3D though.
yeah, and then you
Gives me a
just
headache,
need not
and it's
apply.
like
I
2+
can't imagine
hours.
watching Avatar on a small screen and enjoying it.
Okay.
I think it has to be seen on a big
So
screen.
Avatar 2 though comes out the weekend of our anniversary, and so I'm like,
You gotta go.
I gotta tell you.
And if you go, you better go in 3D.
Yeah.
You think so?
Dude, it was
My
made,
wife also doesn't like 3D, but I'll
well,
need to ask.
I just don't imagine. I can't
And I'll
imagine.
do whatever she wants
Without
to
the
when it comes
3D,
to that.
it is a
Obviously.
very standard movie.
Except watch it.
With the 3D, it like the plot isn't any better, but it's mesmerizing.
Is that James Cameron?
Yeah, it's a James Cameron
James
joint.
Cameron.
JC.
He's the Titanic guy?
Yeah, he doesn't make many
So he
movies.
only makes long, really long movies.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Sure, he got thrown into that one.
Yeah, he got that. He did Aliens, the sequel
Okay.
to Alien. He did
Yeah.
that one.
What else?
He did a movie called True Lies, and then he did Avatar and Titanic.
He did
and this one.
Carlisle on Running.
He did Carlisle on Running.
Yes, it's a documentary.
It's Friday already, huh?
It's
Wow.
a documentary. Shut it. It's a documentary following a guy named Carlisle
Yep.
who talks about running.
He's talking about running.
It's Carlisle
Is he
on
like
running.
Like
Running.
a
he
campaign?
interviews people, etc.
And you have a clip.
Yes.
Great.
Carlisle on Running, the documentary with Carlisle Graves.
Some people ask me when I see a runner if I stop to think, are they running? And I don't. That's not what running's about.
What's it about?
It's poetry in motion.
What's the poem say?
It's a frost poem.
What is it?
Sometimes it's cold.
Tell me more.
Sometimes it's hot.
Tell me why.
Sometimes it's just right.
Carlisle on Running with Carlisle Graves.
Carlisle Graves.
Yeah.
Cameron just struck it out of the park
did
on that
James.
one.
Any word is a different James
I
Cameron.
thought it might be. Dude's directed I think he directed The Abyss. I think he's only directed like a handful of movies because it takes him forever to make a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Monkey Boys.
The Monkey.
Can I cover that too?
No, you do not.
The Monkey Boys with Carlisle Graves.
Sometimes when I see the Monkey Boys, I'm like, are they running?
What do they do?
Or are they not running?
How do they get there?
And I say, that's not for me to see.
What?
It's not for you to find out.
The Monkey Boys with Carlisle Graves.
Different James Cameron.
I think it's likely he only does stuff with Carlisle Graves.
Trace is 0 for 2 here.
Carlisle Graves.
Hashtag Xmas, everybody. Hashtag Xmas. Let's talk about this one, shall we? Let's break it down. Hashtag Xmas. When did that originally air?
November 23rd.
Was that the 25th?
Yes.
November 25th, 2022, and it went a little something like this. Jen is like an interior designer thing. She runs a company with her sister. She's where they have like a store of decorations. She's also decorating like businesses for Christmas. Her photographer best friend, Max, takes pictures of her work and is also clearly very into her. Jen finds out about this big design company hosted by the Hoga family.
Hooga.
The Hooga family.
Hooga.
The Hooga
It's not
family.
the Hooga. Their last name's not Hooga.
I
Hooga.
don't think so.
No?
That's just Hooga is a Danish term for cozy. They explain it in the movie.
Hooga
It's not like,
at
hi,
home.
I'm Dan and this is Barbara Hooga.
Okay.
Should be.
Don't you
We're
dare.
Dan. We're
Don't,
Dan and Barbara.
don't you dare talk bad about Barbara Hooga.
Barbara Hookah runs the hookah lounge down
I know
the
that.
street.
I know that about her. She's great.
She's awesome. Sometimes we have parties here where you guys travel.
What?
All in the middle, though. It's in the middle. We don't touch the corners.
What's wrong with the corners?
Well, you want all that hookah
They test the sound.
vape to really be, yeah,
Okay.
circulate.
I played a gig at a hookah bar once.
How'd that go?
Amazing. It smelled so good. It was awesome. One of my favorite gigs. So they're like the equivalent of like Chip and Joanna Gaines. Like they have a whole
Chip and
lifestyle.
Joanna.
They have a magazine,
Yeah.
etc. She isn't a fan. Jen is not a fan of being on camera. She's hesitant to make a video for this contest. They need to come up with some sort of like real good angle to get the attention, and so she decides that her and Max should act like they're married for the video, and they'll use their sister's baby as theirs. Okay. The video takes off, though, and they are picked as one of the 20 finalists. Jen starts to feel guilty about the fact that they lied in the video. Her mom sees the video online and is like, what? She got married? She had a baby? How long have I been gone? They make another video. They get picked to be in the top 10. The mom shows up and is like, "What? Hello, what's going on here?" They explain to her, and she's like, "Well, let me be in a video then." So they let her be in a video, and they make it into the top 3. Mom commented on the video and said, "Hey, Hooga, Barbara Hooga should come and make wreaths with them." And they see it, and they're like, "Okay, cool. We're gonna go visit the top 3 finalists." Turns out the Hoogas aren't a happy couple. I already had it in my notes that their last name was Hooga. So
go with
there's
it.
How did you miss that?
No way out.
I missed
They
it.
literally take time out of their busy day.
Yeah,
to
I assumed they were explaining the meaning behind their last name. It means cozy.
We're the Hooga.
They're not a happy couple that they portray on social media. They're kind of grumpy and whatnot. They show up at Jen's mom's house, and they're acting like this is it's like a really impressive house, and it's all for show. It's all made up. But they're like seeing it, they're impressed, and then the baby starts acting up, and Jen's like, "I guess she's tired, maybe even." So the sister's like, "Hey, we gotta go," and then Jen's like, "Oh, I gotta lay the baby down," passes the baby through a window. It's all going down great. They're gonna be staying with them for 4 days, so they really have to commit to the bit, and Max is loving it. This is a dream come true for him to be married to his best friend. They're doing some gingerbread building, because you do, and they end up kissing under the mistletoe. Ooh. The next day, he tells her that he got an offer from an agency, a talent agency, but he has to move to Portland. And so she's like, "Well, you can't do that." And he's like, "Well, what's keeping me here?" And she's like,
Hooga.
Hooga.
Good family.
The Hooga family. Later, he gives her a gift of pictures of, I don't know, him, her.
Pictures of her.
Pictures of her. And he's like, "Hey, what if I kind of like this? So maybe we could even make this real." And she's like, "Well, if it didn't work in college, because we didn't want the same thing. I don't know if anything's changed." And he's like, "Well, maybe you should figure that out." The Hogue family, dang it, gets in an argument at a
Hogan
party.
family. I didn't know they
And
were.
Hogan knows best. And Jen finds the family, the Hogues, and the Hookas, and they tell her the truth.
Nailed it.
They're separated. They're announcing it in the new year. Max tells Jen that he's going to move to Portland because of the agency, but if she wants him to stay, he will. They go on stage. She ends up telling everybody the truth, that they've been lying the whole time. Max tells her that he knows now that he was kidding himself, that this could ever actually be a real thing. The next day, the store's empty. Social media's turned on her. She's feeling awful. She ends up going live on social media, gives a heartfelt apology. Then Jen goes to her mom's place. They patch things up. They don't have a great relationship, but they're going to try. And the mom tells her that she has to go fight for Max. So she's running through town. She bumps into the Hookas, and they're like, "Hey, we're going to give this thing a shot, the two of us. We're going to try to fight for our marriage. You are disqualified from this business. Disqualified from the contest. But we do still want to do some sort of collab. So, what can you do? So she can't find Max, I guess. I don't know. So she ends up back at her mom's house, a rental thing, and Max shows up, and she apologizes to him. She tells him that she, loves him, gives him more pictures of herself. They kiss, they take a selfie, and he posts it with #Xmas, and that, my friends, was #Xmas.
We did it.
We did do it. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll break this movie down here on Deck the Hallmark.
Hallmark. Man, I'm sorry.
Nashville returns to the north with, what's his name? right, guys, welcome back to Deck the Hallmark. Trace, we're gonna scratch that clip.
Scratch that last one there.
Nashville returns to the North. I am intrigued by it, but
This is Running. The same guy that did Running.
Yes.
On something on Running.
yes.
Clark Gable. What was his name?
Let's start with the hot take, and let's start with you, Brian. Brian, what do you think about hashtag Xmas?
Hashtag Xmas. I was not particularly excited about this one because the whole like social media angle and jamming it into a movie did not intrigue me at all. But I really like this movie. I think they did a good job. The social media stuff was fine, whatever. It's real life. Like that's how stuff works. So I don't think they overdid it. It didn't feel like, I don't know, like they were explaining what they were doing as they were doing it. It was just part of the movie, so it didn't distract or take away for me. It reminded me, I like the whole family coming together for a common purpose like they did in 5 Star Christmas. So I think this whole thing works
Gotta
for
love
me.
when a family unites for a lie.
For a lie. They come together over the lie. And it's for a good reason. They're helping the store. People are getting closer and whatnot and all that. So actually, I like that part of it, and I think they did a really good job. The acting was really good. The mom, especially, I thought was really funny, and funny feels are like the thing that get me the most. So I laughed a few times out loud. I thought
Funny feels are the thing that get me the most.
The most
That's what
out of
Brian
any
said.
feels.
Yep.
So true. So
And,
true about
yeah,
you.
there were things that I laughed, I laughed more than I should. I made myself laugh at
Yeah.
something while I was trying to take a
He's
drink, and
funny,
I spit
folks.
all over myself. And
funny.
so
Oh, yeah.
I had a good time with this movie, and so yeah, I like this one. I did like it. That's it.
Yeah, I like this one fine. I was a little, I don't know. I think I went in because I remember the synopsis of it, and I went into it, I think, with higher expectations, and I don't really know why, because I don't know her, and I like Brant fine, but it's not like I'm always dying for Brant movies. So I don't know. I think it was just fine for me. Some of it didn't necessarily connect. I did appreciate like the messaging of like, let's actually just try to be real on social media. I appreciated that because I think social media is the worst. And aside from NBA Twitter, I try to stay off of it. And so because NBA Twitter is great. But yeah, I thought it was fine. I don't know. It didn't quite all happen for me. So it's just kind of going to be middle for me. I would watch it again if it was on, but I probably won't seek this one out again. And sorry, Dan?
Can you talk more about NBA Twitter? I want to hear more about what you have to say.
It's a lot of fun.
It sounds great.
So this is the movie where Hallmark's like, let's just make sure everyone knows that we understand social media. Like, new Hallmark, new us, we understand the things and the comments and the hashtags and the memes and things. Yeah, it's really well written, and it has some sharp dialogue to it, but it feels like there's something between us and the movie. I don't know what it is. Like, it's almost like the movie is taking place once removed. I don't know if that makes any sense, but none of it quite hits the way I don't think it should. Like, I didn't care that much about any of it. The dialogue is great. Claire Bowen, I really enjoyed Claire Bowen. Brant Daugherty is always solid. It had some moments that did make me laugh, but all of it felt like, almost like we were watching a movie that they were just kind of making until they got the real movie made. I don't know how else to describe that. Like, it all doesn't quite gel to me. It all doesn't quite work, and it feels like it's almost too easy. Like Claire Bowen and Brant Daugherty, like, feel as though they're together in the beginning of this movie, and I guess that's...
Daughtry.
It's not Daughtry, but like I don't know. It never all quite clicked in. But kudos for the effort, and the zippy dialogue is always fun, and the different spin on a Hallmark heroine is always great. So not necessarily my favorite thing in the world, and I would never watch it again. But it will crack my top 10. Like, it'll probably end up 6, 7, 8ish would be my guess right now, as we're sitting right now.
I agree with you. Although it won't end up as high on me. I think there was something about it that I still felt like I wasn't fully invested.
Yeah, it was like I was watching it through some other lens. Like, I just was like, maybe it didn't lean hard enough into one or the other. Like,
Maybe
it
that's
kind of
it.
had to have both, and Hallmark tends to want to shoehorn a romance in, and this movie could have been really funny, and it did make me laugh a few times, or it could have been more about these two friends that really should be together, and so I don't know. It didn't all quite work.
Yeah. Let's talk about feels. Brian, any feels for you?
Yeah, the scene that stuck out to me and drew me in the most.
Funny Feels draw him in the most.
Ironically, it wasn't a funny. Well, there was a funny.
That's interesting.
Because you just specifically said
Yep,
the feels that work for you the most are the funny feels.
The thing that stands out the most was that scene where they walk into the rental house and there are those zebra print chairs and the mom's wearing the zebra print shirt and Claire's character goes, Who picked these out? And they slowly zoom over to pan over to the mom wearing.
And she was like, "We just had to get what we could find." Yeah. That was funny. That was legitimately funny.
That really, I love. Like that's great. That does work for me best. But just below that was that scene on the bed where they were having the conversation. Mm-hmm. Sort of the serious feels there. I feel like Claire's character did like a really good job explaining why she doesn't want to be in a relationship. The rift between the mother. It just felt like they took time to like let that happen. It didn't feel rushed. It didn't feel like it felt natural. And so that was good.
That scene was going to be mine, but partly because of the conversation, but also because I actually really I've never seen that shot in a Hallmark movie of two people, not the fact that they were laying on a bed, but even just laying down over top. Yeah. It's pretty much a consistent shot. I don't think they did many cuts from it. Maybe a couple of close-ups, but like I really like that shot. It's something that I don't feel like we've seen much in a Hallmark movie, a conversation of two people laying down, and so I thought it was cool. Dan?
Yeah, the animal print scene was really funny. Yeah. Like when she comes in wearing the animal print shirt, like, "Where'd you get these?" She's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." That was funny. I laughed that. That was what I got.
You laughed that.
I laughed.
I laughed that.
I laughed that.
I laughed that.
I laughed that. I don't know what to tell you.
What was it that Panda said that one time?
Duchess is Royal Cat.
Duchess is Royal Cat.
Duchess is Royal Cat.
So true. Duchess is Royal Cat. Let's take a quick break and we'll come back and we'll see what we got going on the other side of the break. Am I right, boys?
Yeah.
Here at Deck the Hallmark on WART, the Art House Dog. Welcome back to the Art House Dog. We're talking about I don't know what it's WART, the Art House Dog.
I was told to yell "cats out of the bag." That's what Tracy told me to say.
I was way off.
And you said quinceañera.
Quinceañera.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Art House Dog.
The Art House Dog.
It is the Art House Commodore.
Or Clarence O'Reilly, or whatever his name is.
Don't bring it up because Tracy's going to cue the clip. It's going to be a whole thing.
You know his name. That's impossible.
It's not. It's a clip. I don't need to know his name, Dan. It's a clip. Gosh, we got all those clips from
It was
eBay.
Carlisle Graves. Was his
Carlisle
name.
Graves.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know. That's from the comments.
Carlisle Graves does a deep dive into Full House.
Yeah, the thing you might not know about
Full House.
What is it?
is that not only is the main house full, there's basement and attic people too.
Who are they?
Jeff. His name's Jeff, but he likes to go by Jeff.
Jeff?
Yeah.
Jeff.
Jeff.
Carlisle Graves does a deep dive into the TV show known as Full House. Let's get to the wait what's. Brian, what are you waiting and what are you wanting?
So it's early on. They show the sister's baby is in the store with them, and I think she alludes to the fact that maybe he's sleeping. And the door has a bell on it. So every time a customer comes in, the bell rings. And so I was just shocked that she would expect to have her baby at the store all day with her and taking naps throughout the day when people are coming in and out. And I didn't think that's a good way for the baby to get some consistent sleep. Or
you're worried about the baby's sleep.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It's not a good
idea.
way to
It's
do
all
that.
about consistency.
The mom, when the mom saw on social media that her daughter was married and had a baby, she just flew home without a call.
Yeah, that's the big
anything.
one. Like nobody texted anybody there.
Nobody.
Texts don't exist.
No, social media. I mean, they're fluent.
Social
in
media doesn't exist.
And the last one I had was with the photo agency that wanted him to move to Portland. Like why? Like that seemed just so ridiculous
just
to me.
awful.
Like because you have to be there to photograph things. You have to be near the agency, or maybe Portland's not even near the agency, and they just want him in Portland to have somebody on site.
So we do know that Portland's not that far because he does go to Portland for a day trip to do a shoot at the beginning of the movie. So I don't know. Maybe there's just a lot of work in Portland.
A lot of work in Portland
Not
for
enough
photographers.
photographers.
You're like,
That's right.
we're not going to be able to get you a lot of work in whatever town you're in, but we
Yeah.
can get you a lot of work in Portland. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't buy it.
I have a few things. One is this.
You do? You have a few?
I have a few. I have
Okay.
two. I actually have a couple
couple things.
Guys, I love pizza.
Dude, we all do.
More than most people.
Yeah.
We love pizza. I think we're going to have pizza for lunch today.
Yum.
That sounds great.
I can't think, and I've been wrapping my mind, I can't think of a worse drink to drink with pizza than some sort of orange juice concoction.
That's a,
Can you? I
man,
can't.
that's a terrible wait. What?
Can you think? Hold on though. Can you think? Wrap your head. Is there a worse beverage to drink with pizza?
Yeah, Brand. There's probably plenty. What a stupid wait. What?
Nails?
It's not a drink. Guys, a little backstory here.
Brand didn't have a wait.
I didn't have any wait.
We
whats
gave him
at
that
this
one,
point.
and now we're making fun of him for
all
it.
had it.
We all had it. Nobody drinks orange juice with pizza. Get
Come
out
on.
of here. You don't get to throw cranberries in there.
Oh,
He wasn't making a mimosa.
disgusting.
That was all OJ. He
Someone
poured
say
in there.
Mosi?
No one
Nobody said.
no.
Sounded like you did.
Oh,
Guys, do we have to try orange juice with our pizza today?
no, I will not.
Refuse. I refuse. I'm going home if that happens. Last one is this.
Brand Daughtry.
I know. Guys, she goes up on stage. She tells the truth. She does this whole thing. And our guy from the Huga family,
Yeah,
the
Mr.
main
Huga.
Mr. Huga, comes up and says, "So is this some elaborate stunt?"
Do we?
Yeah, bud.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
He
That's
basically
exactly
came,
what
he
it is.
basically came up and he said, "So are you've been lying the whole." Yes, that's what she said.
What are you trying
That's
to win
exactly
this
what
contest or
she
something?
just.
Wait, so
Come
are
on.
you been trying to win this contest with a lie the
Been
whole
putting
time?
on a charade for us?
Wait, is this
right
some sort of
now?
elaborate stunt?
It's just a
Unbelievable.
joke.
Yes, it's exactly what it is, Mr. Hookah. Dan?
Yeah, the Huga family, as we're now calling them
Yeah.
affectionately, has some serious marital strife. And the dude always wants to talk about it with her. He's always like, hey, but he never says it. He's like, never can we talk. It's always like, you want to eat some dinner? You want to blah, blah, blah? And he refuses to do it. And then he decides, after the whole movie long of not wanting to have that conversation, that they're on camera and about to walk into the house to shoot something. Yeah. That's when he finally pulls the trigger on that conversation. Mm-hmm. He's like, you want to have some pasta? You want to talk? You want to go home? You want to blah, blah, blah? And then they're about to actually do their actual job. And he goes, hey, like, what's going on here? Like, can we just, like, talk about us for a little bit? Bro, that's about as bad a timing as you could think of. Yep. I couldn't help but think all movie, like, why doesn't she just do this without the husband?
She probably will. Well, no, they're getting together, but she would.
Like,
she should have. Yeah.
Why doesn't, like, what? Like, if your whole point is that the Huga family just wants to show a perfect life, and your thing is life's not perfect, why did you need the husband and baby in this whole thing to begin with? Like, you could have easily, the lie doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't help you. If your whole bit is that things aren't perfect, then just make it not perfect. Like, the lie just seems completely unnecessary across the board, right?
It was maybe that's what it was.
I think that's what it is for me.
Yeah.
Is that
it's just the fact that I didn't understand what it did to help
yeah.
her.
Yeah, except
Done.
the sister said, like, or she was talking to her sister, and she's like, it's all perfect families, and all that. They want to see the perfect family,
Okay.
somebody who's got it all together. And she's like, I
Right,
don't have
but if
any of
she's
that.
going to do the opposite of
Right.
the perfect
Go
family
do it.
anyways,
Yeah.
why not just lean into that
Just
and be like,
lean
I don't
into
need
it.
I like,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the whole bit.
Yeah.
She's
makes sense.
genuine.
She is genuine.
She's genuine?
Not the genuine.
Gummit.
Hip-hop
I
artist
thought he
of
was
the
here.
stars. No.
I thought he was here.
That would have been great.
Man.
We've got Rig and Trace do a version of Pony. We aren't gonna play that now.
No?
But no, it would be not TV PG, but we could play it some
Who are
other
we
time.
trying to impress?
Bramblefest. We'll just save it. No promises on that ever happening, by the way.
Pull that clip. Somebody.
Does anyone ever check their phone less than our leading lady? I mean, every time she turns around, she's asleep or something and has thousands of messages from her sister, like not from people she doesn't know. Her sister's called her 10 times. She doesn't know she's in the top 10 or whatever. If her sister doesn't come in and go, hey, go on the Instagram live, I'm pretty sure she doesn't get that spot.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
But it was weird that you wouldn't get a heads up on that.
Yeah.
She never checks her phone for any reason at all. And then lastly, Brant Darty's whole thing is he's a photographer and he has 50,000 followers now. No one has noticed that in his entire Instagram page or Hubgram, there's not a single mention of his wife or kid ever. Ever?
Yeah.
That's a kind of a big deal. That's all I got.
Well, what do you think about maybe what the Hallmark, where we do things and say stuff about questions we're still wondering about? Anybody ready for this, Brian?
Yeah. So
How do I not get a bad review? That I deserve bad reviews. Guys, lay into me. Come on.
give,
Like, what's
I
up?
get them from time to time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
as someone
More
who's
than
received
fair.
some bad criticism online, you don't want this.
I
heat.
get bad not, and by I mean the show gets bad criticism for like Trace, which
Yes, not you.
right.
not me. I don't
help
think
that.
I've gotten a bad review.
Rick doesn't get many bad reviews, weirdly enough.
Yeah.
Trace does. Rick doesn't.
probably
Trace
has them
does,
deleted.
and the bits, and I feel like I am a bit ringleader from
You
time to
bit ringleader.
time.
I
Bit
saw
of a
them
bit.
live. They're fantastic.
Phenomenal.
Bit ringleader. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
Brian?
So I was under the impression that when he gave her the photograph book, the picture book of herself, I said that's a bad gift. But then at the end of the movie, she gives him a gift, which is pictures of him. And so I'm wondering, is that actually a good gift? Should I
No.
be giving pictures of
It's a bad gift.
them people, give them book pictures of themselves as gifts? It seems like maybe it's a nice gift.
Hey, Lisa in the chat said, and this is good. I just read this on the screen here. She said, "Is it the thing about the elaborate stunts when the Huga family goes up there? He's asking if the confession was an elaborate stunt, which I never thought of. That's really smart.
Yeah, that is smart.
That's right. I think that's what that says.
I don't know why she would do
Didn't
that.
he
but
mean that her
fair
confession
enough.
was?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, mine
I
as
guess
well.
that works.
Mine is this. After the
Oh,
confession,
this is big.
the store is empty. She goes in, and her sister's like, "Have you seen all the comments?" And she's like, "No, I'm trying not to be on social media." And her sister says, and I want to.
You don't even wanna
make
see.
sure. I want to make sure that I get this right. You don't want to see what they've done to the memes.
The memes.
And I'm here to
The
let you know
memes.
that we are all dying to
Yes.
see what they've done with the memes.
Show me what they did with the memes.
What could they have done with the memes to make it worse than a meme?
Yeah.
What's
Can
worse
you
than a
double
meme?
down on meme? Are they printing all the memes out and making them into a
Posting them around
bonfire?
town?
What are they doing with the memes?
Please tell me what they're
You
doing
don't
with the
want to see what they've done with the memes, and I'm here to argue we do want to see
100%.
what they've done with the memes.
Yes.
Dan?
Yeah, Brian, you hit on it earlier in the old wait what? The job agency in Portland. Is that the only job agency for photographers? And why in Portland? And why does he have to take pictures there? It seemed just like a nameless, faceless hurdle that was just useless.
Yeah.
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 Have you seen what they've done with the memes though in Portland?
Dude, I haven't, but I can't
Portland
wait.
goes to town on the memes.
They go hard on the
yeah.
memes.
Yeah.
hard. Let's be done.
Okay.
Please.
What a
can we?
day it's been.
What a day.
You got a whole other episode you can listen to
That's right.
today if you want to. That's out now as well.
Tomorrow we may be on Good Morning America in the morning.
And we may be live
may
streaming
be
a
live
parade.
streaming
6
the parade.
p.m. Eastern, I believe, is when that will be starting. So check it out. The Funk Soul Brother. Is that the words?
Check it out now. The
The
Funk Soul Brother.
Yeah, is that the
Right
words?
about now.
Yeah.
The Funk Soul Brother.
Yeah. All right. We'll be back tomorrow with another one. Until then, maybe the first to wish you a
Merry Christmas!
Deck the Hallmark is the That Sounds Fun podcast. It's produced by Tracy Nillis Name. It's recorded live in, that Greenville, South Carolina. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com.